And hello, everybody, and welcome to Synergy Theater Online. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the Artistic Director of Synergy Theater, and I am also the Education Director of our School of Improvisation. Synergy Theater is located in Walnut Creek, California, and we perform live improvised plays at the beautiful Lesher Center for the Arts in Walnut Creek, California. We are opening up on October 14th with our production of Spontaneous Shakespeare. So come to the Lesher Center for the Arts in Walnut Creek, California, and catch us live on stage. But that is not why we are here now. We are here now because this is the final culminating event of our School of Improvisation's intensive training program, in which we have been focusing on improvising a full-length play with a group of advanced students who have been studying together for 12 weeks. And today we are delighted to offer you that class's final presentation of an innovative new format that we've been working on called On the Couch. In On the Couch, we are going to improvise a full-length play from beginning to end. It'll take about 1 hour. And periodically throughout the course of the action, characters will break away for a therapy session during which we will learn more about the hidden emotional and intellectual and psychological life about the characters, and then send them back into the drama to see how that affects their interaction with the other characters and with the play. So at this point, I would like to welcome all of our ensemble onto the screen so that our audience can meet and say hello to them. Hello, everybody, welcome. And everybody, go ahead and turn your microphone on now, so we'll be sure that we're ready to introduce ourselves. And let's do that. Let's just go around quickly and say a quick introduction. Go ahead, please.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Snow.
Hello, my name is Håvard Henriksen.
Hi, I'm Kristen Drenning.
Hi, I'm Bruce Pertop.
Hi, I'm Michael Olivier.
And altogether, this is the Friday intensive training program here at our School of Improvisation. Now, you folks might as well stay on screen for just one moment as we get a suggestion. We have a couple of people who are in the Zoom room watching today. So from those people, if you've got your chat ready, go ahead, and all we're going to ask you for is a word to inspire somehow the first scene of our play On the Couch. So if any of those people who are here in the Zoom room are ready, go ahead and just type into the Zoom chat the first word that pops into your mind. And we will grab that word and we will use it to inspire our play. And I already see one, and that's a great word. So the word that is going to inspire our play today is lightning. Lightning. All right, at this point, I would like to ask all of our cast to head off screen. I'm going to go off screen myself, and we are going to be off and running. My friends, thank you for being here today. Please enjoy On the Couch.
I just love the smell of ozone.
Yeah, it's good. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Is that coming from that factory?
Yeah, the power plant.
You sure, William, you sure it's all right?
It's just another version of oxygen.
Ozone, huh?
Yeah, ozone.
Well, I guess you know stuff, William, so all right.
Teddy, I appreciate you coming with me on this adventure.
You didn't leave me much choice, but yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Come on, Teddy. It is exciting, isn't it?
It's pretty exciting, but not really.
Well, I am going to forgive your lack of enthusiasm, but let's just keep going.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go. If we get any closer to that thing, we're going to get sick. Aren't we?
Teddy, that radiation thing, that's just a myth.
Mm, I read about it. I don't think we should get closer to it. I mean, the ozone smell and then that radiation.
Come on, we can explore the building. Nobody will know we're there.
Well, I don't want to go, but you pretty much got me over a barrel with those pictures, man. So fine, let's go.
Yeah. Let me just close my camera. There, just smile for the camera. Okay, whatever. Oops.
Teddy, we've been friends since college. I still can't believe that you held on to those pictures for all these years.
But do you have a problem with that? Come on.
Well, a lot of them are funny, but not those ones. Not those ones of me and Marissa.
That was like a highlight of college. Wasn't it?
I wish you
I
just
thought it was really fun.
Oh yeah, well it's funny, but you're also using them to force me to come with you to get radiated to death. You know, it's not the greatest thing.
Okay, Teddy. If we're lucky, the radiation will just erase those pictures. And if not, I promise this time I'll delete them.
All right, fine. But if you don't, you're going to delete them at the end of this, right?
Yeah.
All right. If you don't, man, that's it. We can't be friends anymore. You have to finally keep your word on this.
Yeah. Okay. This time I'll be a better person.
All right. Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you for seeing me, doctor.
What is in those pictures?
He has pictures of me and Marissa at this rally. And, it's a political rally. And, a lot of our friends don't have the same views as us. And he's threatened to post them online. And, I don't need that. And, Marissa could get fired. And so.
Tell me about your friendship with William before this whole thing with the pictures happened. How did you meet?
Well, we were buddies in college. We were both played lacrosse together, and we had a history class together, and wasn't that big of a school, and so we just started hanging out a lot. And he's a really fun guy, and he's kind of happy-go-lucky, and he likes to explore things, and he's kind of adventurous and that sort of thing. So,
would you say those are qualities that he has and you wish you had?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm more cautious sort.
Tell me about your childhood, Teddy.
Well, it's 3 kids. I was the youngest one, and my 2 older siblings were a lot older, like 12 years and 9 years older than me. And my dad he left right after I was born, so I don't really know him at all. I don't know, my mom just worked hard while I was growing up, and I sort of raised by my older siblings. And I got injured a bunch of times, and I was on my own a lot. And so I just learned to be real cautious in life,
What were some of the early adventures that William took you on that were exciting?
Oh, well, he one time got this whole group of people to go skateboarding down this super steep street, and he first taught us all the tricks of how to skateboard. We were a lot of us were boarders, and he taught us the tricks of how to skateboard on the steep street, and then we all did it, and it was incredible. We had like a crowd watching us because it was a pretty dangerous thing. But that was very cool. I was in in town, and then we all went camping this one place, and there was actually a bear that was there, and the bear was sort of reticent, but he got kind of close to the bear, and it's hard to explain, but he's sort of interacting with the bear, and I don't know, it was just he's kind of a thrill seeker,
You admire him.
I do. I wish I was more like him, but I'm scared by it,
Teddy, these pictures, they're not really that big a threat. If you really didn't want to hang out with William anymore, you wouldn't have to. Why do you?
Well, he's got a good point. I do enjoy the thrills, and he kind of pushes me in to get these thrills. It's that kind of thing.
Tell me about this Marissa.
Oh, Marissa she was my girlfriend in college for a couple of years, and she's a legal aide for a political organization, and we stayed in touch. We after we broke up, we had a time, and then we became friends. And she's now she's a legal aide for this political organization. So,
how did that relationship end?
She broke it off with me. I think she just she I don't know.
Do you wish that she was back in your life?
Oh yeah, I do. I think I always loved her more than she loved me.
Teddy, I'm going to tell you something. I don't usually make such types of diagnoses after meeting a patient for just one time, and such a brief time at that. But here's what I'm going to tell you. The reason you hang out with William is because William represents a piece of yourself that is missing. And until you develop those qualities in yourself, you will never find happiness.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, I'm sure you have some reaction to that, but unfortunately, our time is up.
Okay, I'll try to implement some of. My mind is blown. Thank you, doctor. See you next week.
I'll tell you what, I'm thinking of running for the school board.
Marissa, I believe you would get voted.
I never thought I would be a politician, but lately it just feels like I've got real vision and I have a real future,
I've believed in you ever since we met in college.
Really?
You have that it quality. You have the leadership qualities.
I'm decisive. I've got clear views. The only thing I worry about is, and you know about this, but almost nobody else does, my past political activities.
Yes. Our old buddies from college. How can I forget William and Teddy?
We were just a little bit radical. What can I say? At the time, I believed that only eco-terrorism was an answer to the horrific environmental devastation going on all over the country. But now I would never blow up a ski lodge.
I know you've come quite a way, actually, but I don't know. I know that Teddy still has those photos.
I know. It's not Teddy.
Well,
It's not
Teddy, William,
It's
William.
Yeah,
William.
let me tell you,
Teddy wants to get the photos. Yes,
Teddy lives with the guy right now and still hasn't managed to just suck it up and just go get them. If I ever saw William again, I would demand them back and say, for the country's, or at least for now, the school board's political future, you should just give me those photos.
you know, I think that's Teddy's been trying to do that. It hasn't worked, and they're buddies.
Sharon, you know what we should do is we should figure out a way. Maybe you could, I remember William used to have a soft spot for you. Maybe it's still the case. Maybe you could sweet talk them out of him out of them. You know?
I could give that a go for you because I believe in you and I want you to get this position.
Sharon, you've always been such a good friend. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve you. I mean, why are you so loyal and kind and thoughtful when it comes to me?
Because you're just like a sister to me. I mean, I have no siblings and you've just always treated me so well too.
Well, I mean, you were my roommate freshman year. You remember I showed up, I was such a little brat sometimes. I didn't know how to clean up after myself, and you were always so kind and helped me.
Yeah, well, you've come a little ways there. You still could use some work on the organizational skills in your home.
That's an understatement, certainly. I'm hoping to settle down soon and sort of, once I've nestled myself comfortably into a long-term political career, I'm hoping then I'll start, a family.
What about Teddy? You ever think about getting back with him?
He's too weak. I need somebody who's decisive like me.
That's true. I think that he really should have been. How couldn't he just like sneak and take those photos if they're living together?
Can I just tell you, I mean, when William and Teddy met, I was hoping, because I was dating Teddy at the time, I was hoping that William would rub off on him. I introduced them. I said, you should meet him because when I met Teddy, he was the sweetest guy, but he couldn't even choose what kind of soda he wanted from a vending machine without it causing him to break out into hives. And I just thought he'd be a good influence. But instead, it's just like William took advantage of him from the start, making him do stuff, blackmailing him, lording things over him. And I don't know, watching Teddy fail to have any backbone, it ruined our relationship. I couldn't see him as.
I could see that.
Yeah.
You need somebody that's decisive like you.
Yeah, but I did lead Teddy awry, taking him to those ELF meetings and so forth. So I do feel very guilty about that.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever left him. He's a little scarred from that.
I don't know why he thinks it's as important as he does. I mean, it is certainly a dark skeleton in my closet, but it's not like we were directly responsible for the loss of any lives or major property, to my knowledge.
To your knowledge, I don't know about that.
There were a couple crazy weekends, I'll admit.
I think you're deluding yourself a little bit.
Maybe. That's possible. I agree.
Well, Marissa, maybe I should come up with a plan about trying to help you and see if I can try to contact William.
Sure. That would be amazing. And I certainly have got some ideas. I may have prepared a couple dossiers full of notes for you. Just some ideas, some sketches, some outlines of some possible plans, some possible contingencies, some backup information, false identities if you need them. Some
Wow.
might be, whatever.
You're
Just
still
in case.
so over the top. All right, send it to me. And I've got a meeting to go to, and I'll take a look and I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you for seeing me, Doctor.
When did you first know you wanted to go into politics?
Well, I always have been very politically minded in that I was very deeply concerned with especially the environment and our treatment thereof, but I'm a bigger picture thinker, and I had been since I think kindergarten. My teachers would say, wow, she's a bigger picture thinker. So eventually it seemed like almost like a birthright that I would go into politics.
What office would you ultimately like to hold?
Oh, I don't want to be too ambitious, but I mean, president, ambassador to the United Nations, those sound great. That would be good. President of the World Bank.
Marissa, let's pretend that you were president of the world and you could make 3 changes to the world that would not be questioned but immediately implemented. What would those 3 changes be?
A one-child policies, I'm sorry, or mandatory free birth control all over the world, everywhere. Just regular birth control, nothing too crazy. Shoot, let's see. I guess I would stop all development in marshland or other protected wildlife enclosures, anywhere that has major apex predators and vulnerable populations, leave them alone. And last but not least, I'd probably make TikTok illegal, and don't ask me why.
I won't. But I will point out that 2 of your edicts had to do with children, and the 3rd one was about the vulnerable and the easily oppressed. Do you
Yes.
find yourself to be vulnerable and easily oppressed?
No, but I do internalize some of poor Teddy's struggles. I used to watch him, and in a strange way, I pitied him, despite being very incapable myself of sympathizing with those kind of issues. His weakness felt like the kind of weakness I would want to help and protect.
Is that why you dated him? Because you wanted to fix him?
I was young and naive. I was an idealist. Maybe I wanted to fix him. That was back when I thought that I could fix the environment too. Now I realize it's more about playing the game.
And what about William? What was your impression of William?
He was from the get-go. He seemed reprehensible on some level, but on another alluring in that he was decisive. He never questioned himself or his predilections. He loves ozone. He would go for that, despite what it was doing. Maybe that we had all these chlorofluorocarbons dispersed therein or whatever.
Why did you date him?
Well, because I was dating Teddy already. And also I thought that maybe William would rub off on Teddy, and then Teddy would just be a more decisive Teddy and less reprehensible than William.
Why do you think it failed?
Because I think, they say a leopard can't change his spots, a rabbit can't change his ears.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. I may have made that. I've taken some liberties with that.
Marissa, are you interested in dating Teddy again?
Well, I'll admit that since college, I've had a string of unsuccessful relationships, and I am desperate for political reasons to start a family. I do need somebody who's willing to play second fiddle to me as I'm on the road campaigning and such.
How would Teddy have to change in order for you to be happy in a relationship with him again?
Well, that's the problem, is that I both need him to be docile and willing to just smile and wave and nod, which I think he would do right now, but also I need him to just resonate with me internally as a figure I can respect. I need to have some respect for him, and I just can't the way he doesn't get those pictures back or even try.
One last thing, Marissa, and this is very important. I'm going to say 3 words. After each word, I'd like you to say the first word that pops into your mind. Be spontaneous. Forest.
Wolves.
Children.
Wolves.
Lightning.
Wolves.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm afraid that's all the time we have.
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, William, thank you so much for meeting with me.
Of course. What are old friends for?
It's so good to see you.
You too, Emma.
Oh, you always call me my pet name.
You did well. That's the only one I remember. I'm sorry.
Well, it's Sharon. Don't you remember now?
Right. Right.
William.
Right, you've told me that several times. Sharon.
Do you remember?
But
Do you remember my friend Marissa? We all knew each other in college.
of course,
Oh, you know Marissa.
Marissa. I remember Marissa. She was hanging out more because Teddy. So, yeah. But anyway, Sharon. Okay, this time I'll remember it. Sharon. I was
Well,
drunk a lot in college. I'm sorry.
I know. You know, I see this is why I was glad that you were willing to meet with me. I had a feeling you didn't really remember me, but you would remember Marissa though. I mean, it's always kind of in her shadow. She always, much more the leader, and I was just kind of in the background there with her.
Well, yeah, you were always your little nerdy shadow.
Well, I've blossomed a little bit.
Yes. Yes, you have.
So I was wondering, I heard you really like photography.
Yeah, I get it. You want to go on a date with me. You could have just said that. We can go into the forest, take some pictures of everything. Wolves, bears.
I would love that. I love animals, and I heard you're a really good photographer, and I would love
Thank
you to give me some lessons.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, sure. Yes, I will.
So it's a date.
It's a date.
Okay. Well, I'll text you with the time. And
Good. 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 I'm looking forward to it.
thank you for seeing me, doctor.
How did it feel to be in the shadows for all that time?
At first I just accepted it. Sharon, she has a really strong personality. She has a lot of vision. And I thought just by hanging out with her, I would gain those qualities too.
Yes, I can no longer see you. Ah, there. Oh, dear, you went into the shadows right here in my office. Why are you so much more comfortable in the shadows?
I guess it's from my childhood. I had a little bit of challenging childhood. I've told you that before, doctor. And
Tell me again.
when I came home, it was just expected of me just to like go into the basement and just keep quiet and do my homework and only come up for food and then just go back to the basement.
And you went to college and you met Marissa. And
Miraculously, yes, miraculously, I made it to college, and only because a counselor recognized and my plight and assisted me. Yes, and then I met Sharon in our first year.
You met Marissa, you mean?
Yes, I'm sorry, I met Marissa.
Sharon, if you had to use just 3 words to describe Marissa, not a sentence, but just 3 different words that describe Marissa, what would those 3 words be?
Strong-willed, opinionated, and talented.
Do you like Marissa?
I do like her.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much?
A 7.
Surely you must be bitter on some level.
Okay, well, it's been a long time since we graduated college. I mean, it's been 20 years. And she just kind of still uses me.
Give me an example of that. Tell me a story about how you feel she used you in the recent past.
Well, she's been wanting to run for this political office. And so she has me do some of her dirty work where like I have to go like spy on the people that are running against her,
Do you ever harbor fantasies about running against her yourself? About stepping out of the shadows and into your own light?
This is tough. You're calling me out on this, doctor. I've not said that to anybody out loud.
This is what you pay me $12.50 an hour for, Sharon.
I don't feel proud of it.
But you harbor it.
I do.
If you were to go into politics, what office would you like to hold?
I would like to be a senator.
And if you could change the world in 3 ways, how would you change the world?
I would make it so that there's equal rights for everybody. I would have more laws for animal protection. That's how I met with Marissa, that we were kind of on the same page as that. And I would want to just have better lives for everybody in the world.
Sharon, I'm going to tell you something, and I don't usually make such a diagnosis on the first visit, but I'm going to tell you that your only chance for happiness is to break free from Marissa.
Break free?
Yes.
Wow, we have a really long history.
Yes, you do. It is time for the next chapter.
You've been,
And I'm afraid that's all the time we have today, Sharon.
thank
I'll
you,
look
doctor.
forward to hearing how it went next week.
Thank you.
William, open the door.
What?
Open the door.
Okay.
William, you said you were going to delete those pictures and you didn't. And we went in that warehouse and I coughed and coughed, and then you still wouldn't delete it. This is it right here. You have to delete them right now. And if you're not going to delete them, even though I like being friends with you, even though I like adventuring through you and with you, that's it. I can't be friends with you anymore.
But Teddy, it's like you would never come to any of our adventures if I hadn't something.
I know, and I appreciate you dragging me along, even though I bitch about it. I appreciate you dragging me along, and it's a ton of fun that we have. But you have to keep your word. You know, you can't. I don't want to be just manipulated and lied to anymore. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like friends. I met this other guy bowling 4 years ago, and he's very straightforward, and he's been telling me that I don't deserve to be treated this way. And then my therapist thinks I should have a lot of adventures with you, which I like having, but you can't keep treating me this way.
Teddy, up until now, you've been a really weak bore, but okay.
Wow.
What?
That's nasty.
Anyway, how about I delete the picture of you and Marissa with the cardboard cutout of Ted Kaczynski?
All three pictures
Start.
are forget it. And I want to watch you delete them.
It's the cardboard cutout of Ted Kaczynski. Or nothing.
We can't be friends anymore. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry you're not a better person.
You know what? I'm going to delete that one picture anyway, but I'm keeping the other two.
Whatever. I'll see you, William.
I'll see.
Sharon. I don't feel like I don't feel like your meeting with William was as productive as I had hoped it would really be.
I got a first date.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and I wish you many happinesses, and I hope that that goes all the way to the moon and back. But we were supposed to get our hands on those pictures if we could.
Sharon, this is the moment to break from her.
Listen, Marissa, I've been doing a lot of thinking.
Really, that's not your strong suit, to be fair.
Wow. This just makes it a little bit easier for me, Marissa.
I'm just calling it like I see it. I thought you valued my honesty and integrity.
I had enough of your honesty and so-called integrity, that this dirty work you're doing for me. We can no longer be friends.
How can you say that? You've always been like a sister to me. Like you said, we're family practically.
You have been using me the whole time. I've just been enlightened. My $12.50 therapy sessions have been so helpful for me.
This therapist has got your head twisted all around. You need me. You need someone in your life who helps give you direction. Otherwise, you flounder, just like Teddy did.
Marissa, I've decided that I am going to be running against you.
What? You're kidding. You must be joking. Okay, funny, and I got it. I get your point. You've made your point. I see it. I'll be a little nicer to you. I'll make you a flower bouquet once a week or something. Just let's not get crazy here.
Marissa, I will see you at the debate. William,
Sharon.
I have something for you.
Oh,
Well,
what is that?
I know you love photographs, so look at this special one I brought to you of Marissa.
Oh. Oh. Wait, how did you get this?
I mean, I've been her friend for years.
I mean, this is. I mean, how old is she here? Like, this is after college.
It is. It's just about three to 4 years after college.
Huh.
Still quite wild then. Still getting in trouble. Did you know that Marissa did jail time?
What? I mean,
was
it for?
It was for political activism, but she was a little terrorist.
Sharon, what do you really want from William? Go for it, Sharon. Go for it.
William,
Sharon.
I have to be upfront with you.
Please do.
I have been friends with Sharon, but I know I can do just as good of a job as her in this office we're both running for. So I need you to publish that photo.
This one of her breaking into a car. Okay. But usually I just use pictures to blackmail people into being friends with me.
I know you're good.
Yes. Now, you know what? After our date, I will be publishing this.
Excellent. Tell me when it's posted.
Of course. Thank you for seeing me, Doctor.
When did you first discover your knack for photography?
It was in high school. There was this extracurricular photography class. And I just needed something to do. But then, when I got my hands on that camera and just realized what I could capture, it was...
William, it seems to me that you are somehow the sun that many satellites seem to orbit. Sharon, Teddy, Marissa. Have you recognized that?
In a way, I have. They, it's like they don't have that much will of their own, that much drive.
Tell me about you, William. Tell me about you. Tell me about a moment in your childhood that was particularly happy.
A moment in my childhood. Yeah, okay. It was my 6th birthday party. And at that party, people were just doing everything I wanted them to do. Like, I asked them to sing the birthday song one more time. They did. I wanted to play hide and seek. They did. It was... I wanted more cake. I got more cake. I've got so many presents. I felt like people were treating me right.
It pleases you when people do what you want them to do.
Well, they obviously don't want things of their own.
Do you enjoy manipulating people, William?
A little bit.
Tell me why.
What's not to like? It's... I feel better than them. I feel like... I feel like I just enjoy the power, I guess.
You know what I think, William? I think you don't delete those other 2 pictures because you're afraid that if you had no hold over Teddy, he wouldn't be your friend anymore.
Well, yeah.
And I think that you're excited about publishing those pictures for Sharon because if you didn't have something like that to do for her, she wouldn't like you.
It's awfully incisive of you.
Tell me about your feelings for Marissa.
For Marissa? I actually really liked her. And I thought it was such a shame that she was dating Teddy. But
why didn't you try to win her away?
I felt like she was too good for me.
Why?
Because unlike everybody else, she actually wanted something.
What did she want?
She wanted to change the world.
And that intimidated you?
Yeah. I just wanted people to do what I told them to do, and she actually had ambition, real ambition.
Well, now you have some control over her, don't you? You have an incriminating picture of her.
Yes.
But I'm going to give you an assignment, William, an assignment to improve your life. Are you up for it?
Are you going to tell me to be a better person? Well, maybe. Maybe.
What I'm going to tell you to do is to destroy that picture you have of Marissa and win her friendship without being able to manipulate her.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll try.
Well, I look forward to hearing about the results. Our time is up.
It's been a long time since I saw you last.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
You look well.
I feel good. You look great, like you always do.
Thank you. I'm sorry we are meeting under these circumstances, but I'm afraid I'm under a certain amount of duress. I
What's
don't
going
know.
on?
You know, and I don't want to just dive right in because I want to hear all about the intervening years that we've not been speaking. I want to know all about the fun things you did every time you went and did mini golf, whatever it is.
What is it, Marissa? Just spit it out.
Well, I've had a fight. I would call it a rupture with Sharon, who was privy to, of course, our secrets of our environmental activism, violent monkey wrench gang style environmental activism, or once I broke into a car, and she has pictures of that, and I've got a political career in front of me that cannot be waylaid over silly antics.
Yeah, that's what are you going to do?
Well, I'm coming to you, Teddy. I thought, who is my friend, my true friend in this game? Who is the one person I know cares about me, who might be able to help it? That's you. That's you, Teddy. You're the one I have left.
Well, we haven't seen each other in years. You must have other friends.
Not who know William and not who can help me thwart Sharon. And also, by the way, not who perhaps still carry a torch for me.
I do. You know, I always will.
And
William has those pictures of us from that rally. I got him to delete one, but he wouldn't delete the other two. And I told him I'm done with them.
when I look at you, God, I'm so pleased to hear you say that. When I look at you, I see so much potential. You have it in you to be such a inspirational person, a kind person, but a decisive one. And hearing that you're starting to stand up to William is very, very reassuring, very auspicious. Perhaps we could have dinner tonight, talk about it more.
Definitely. I don't know how I can help you with Sharon, but yeah, I'd love to have dinner.
Well, we could put our heads together over some spaghetti.
All right.
That
That
sounds great.
sounds good.
Can't we?
Go back to Maurice's.
Yes, Mauritius. That I haven't been there. That brings me right back.
Why not? Why not? Right?
That would be lovely. I'll order the wine. You can choose the pasta.
All right. Sounds good. I'll see you there.
See that? was good of you to meet me.
Well, why not?
Well, I mean, I can think of some reasons why not, but none that are insurmountable, at least. I know you and my acquaintance Sharon have a nascent germinal attachment, which I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, who am I?
Marissa, I always liked how you used those big words.
Yeah.
Unlike most people, just germinal.
I could keep going. There's a lot of synonyms for that.
Yeah, like nascent.
Budding. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the qualities I admired about you.
Embryotic.
Then I start thinking of completely different words, like pseudosciasis, and that does not help anyone.
No, yeah.
No, that's no.
Incipient.
You have no idea what you're doing to me, Art.
Well, I know what a facility with the English language can do to anyone with half a brain, but listen, I'm not here to interfere with your early onset mistake that you're going to be making with Sharon. If that's what you want to do, I allow you to, I believe in freedom, doom yourself into your own path. You're giving it to me. I don't even need to do anything else. You're just going to give me this picture. You've changed. You've really changed. I thought that this was a meeting of two snakes. You know what snakes do? They have to wrap around each other and just like clash it out, and it's a messy incident. But look at us. I'm a snake and you're an owl now.
Or a mongoose, who knows?
Yeah, something less combative, admittedly.
No, a mongoose is not less combative.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, okay, fair enough. It's opposite.
Okay, so I've given you this.
Yes, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
And the other shoe is, would you go on a date with me instead?
But I'm supposed to go on a date with Teddy.
Apparently.
Because listen, here's why, and I'll tell you why. I thought, one, he could keep an eye on you. And two, because I fear you. I do. You are my only, in my opinion, of our friend group, equal. My only real adversary. Not adversary. Adversary. But I also need somebody to start a family with. I've got to be a politician. You've got to have the kids and the whole picture. And I need somebody who's willing to smile on the campaign trail and fulfill those duties.
Does she like you, William, or does she just need you?
I'll tell you, I really like you. My heart says absolutely, I would love to. I've been attracted to you since the day I met you, but can I love somebody who I think has a cold heart? I don't know.
I gave you.
And it was a
I
kind
gave you at least
gesture.
one picture that my heart is warming up a little bit.
No, and if that's the case, I would be so thrilled to know that possibly there was a chance my heart might warm up one day. It would be wonderful. But Teddy's already got this warm, beating heart. I've got to think about it because I have to admit, I am genuinely torn. I'm ambivalent in the truest sense of the word.
I'm just walking by and what are you guys talking about? What are you doing here at this cafe? What's going on, Marissa?
Are you following us? It
No,
feels
just
like you were.
not
You're up to
following
your
you.
old insecurity, aren't you? You worry about me and you think I'm not going to be faithful.
And I'm right this time, aren't I? What's going on? So what? I'm following you. So what? But what are you talking to William about? What's
Well, now I'm talking to William about how I'll see him later tonight at Maurice's. I already have a reservation.
Oh,
wow.
well, that. Well, thank Teddy for convincing her.
Wow, William. I didn't think things could get any worse between us. I was hoping to hear from you. I was hoping that you were going to come back and tell me you deleted the other photos. Instead, you look almost content to be just pushing the knife further in. You know, I always had a thing for Marissa, although that may be over now with this.
You had a thing for her, and you dated her for 2 years, so it wasn't. This is not new information.
I never moved on from her. Okay, I never moved on from her, and now we were supposed to have a date tonight, and now you're going on a date with her instead.
It is time to end this relationship, Teddy.
I thought this was over before, but this is absolutely over now. I don't ever want to see you again, William. Ever.
Well, guess I'll have to find a new friend.
Marissa, thank you for coming back. I don't usually call two people into my office at the same time. No, William. William, come back. I wanted to bring the two of you together. More breaking of protocol, I suppose one could call it, but we won't tell anybody.
Doctor, I think you're right to bring us together. I think I've been denying the fact that two powerful people, when put together, they don't cancel each other out. They augment each other.
Marissa, it's time to look into William's eyes and decide, do you love him? Do you want him as just a friend, or do you not care for him at all?
Well, I think as close as I am capable of loving, I think I love him.
William, how do you feel for Marissa?
Let me show you. I'm deleting the pictures.
Now, if only the two of you could figure out how to healthfully resolve this conflict with Sharon,
Well, I
you
know how to
might
do that.
have a chance. Do
All
you?
we have to do is parent trap them.
Can you do that in 6 minutes?
I can do that in 6 minutes.
Well then, our session is over.
I trust you. Good luck.
Sharon, thank you for agreeing to meet with me. I know that we're on the outs right now, but I have got some news for you. There is an important piece of the campaign information waiting for you at Maurice's tonight at 8 p.m.
Wow. I have plans. Can't you just tell me? Just spit it out.
Just be at Maurice's. If you've already got plans, I'm assuming they're also at Maurice's, so you won't even go out of your way. Just be there and look nice. Great. Now we have to work on Michael. Teddy. Teddy, you're mad at me. I know. I deserve it. I deserve it. But I've got a way to make it up to you, I think, and it's genuinely heartfelt, a gesture of repentance and hope for you.
We have 4 minutes.
But spit it out, Marissa.
Meet
What?
me at Marissa's tonight, after all, at 8 p.m. But it's not a date, not between you and I. Look nice, bring flowers.
Fine.
Great, perfect, wonderful. See you in just a moment. Look at that. Here we are. The gruesome foursome.
Hey, Sharon.
Okay.
Hey. Hey,
Long
Teddy.
time.
Long time.
The
What's
two of
cool?
us are going to go be snakes somewhere else. Yep.
Just so you know, Teddy, I deleted all the pictures, including the one I gave you, Sharon. Oh, you gave me, Sharon. Sorry.
Wow.
Whoa. Oh,
What was weird? Jimmy, bring these flowers. You want them?
I guess, thanks. They're not really intended for me.
Well, maybe they were. I don't know. You look incredible. You haven't changed at all, Sharon.
Wow, thanks. Little nip, little tuck.
Oh, well, I won't tell if you don't.
Guess I should have kept that to myself. Never knew when to stop talking.
So did I hear it right that you're actually going up against Marissa?
Yes, and now I don't know how much of a chance I got, because I went to William and gave him a photo of that one when Sharon was stealing the car, and now, well, that plan is out there.
We have just 2 minutes to wrap up the play. Just 2 minutes.
You know, you have always struck me as just a good, solid, honest person. I don't know, minus this thing about the photo you just told me, but I always had a feeling like you were, you know, just like Marissa's kind of like, well, she just called herself a snake. She's kind of a snake, Teddy, and William's kind of a snake, and, you know.
Kiss the girl.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Well,
There you go. So.
well, you know, you're looking pretty good yourself. So maybe we were both the ones that were like the better people back then. And I let Sharon rub off on me in bad ways. And I don't believe I've come to this. And I need to return to my true self and be the kind person that I used to be back when you knew me.
Does that mean you're out of politics and I can run unopposed?
Yes, Marissa, I'm out of politics. You get your way again.
Blackout. End of play. Thank you all very much. Let's bring the whole ensemble back onto the screen. On the count of 3, we're going to take a nice big bow for the audience. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And thank you all for watching. This has been Synergy Theater's intensive training program in improvising a full-length play. Please go to synergytheater.com if you'd like to find out more about all of our masterclasses and our live performances. And until I see you, I will see you later. Goodbye, everybody.